Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All links are there for you. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you're watching this after the live stream and you would like to take part in the free mini readings on my channel, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel, remain subscribed to the channel, turn on your notification bell and all notification alerts. And as soon as I do a live stream, you will be notified. All you need to do at that point is hurry up and get to the chat list because that's where I will be placing everyone in their order that they have appeared on the chat list. Now, some days I do very long lists, and other days I do short lists, like today. Today, I'm only taking the first 4 subscribers. And then, of course, I will be coming in and out throughout the weekend. But if you are interested in a free mini reading and you have not yet participated, and of course, you are subscribed to my channel, then feel free to uh, get on that chat list right now. Alrighty. All right, intuitive friends, welcome everyone. I know it's early. Well, it's early where I am. I know everyone sees me from different locations. Please remember, intuitive friends, I'm only taking the first 4 subscribers. Okay. Now, I will add to those 4 if there are people here who are part of my membership tiers. If you are part of my membership tiers, I will definitely squeeze you in. Okay. So not an issue with that. But yeah, let's get started because I don't have a lot of time today, but I have enough to do a couple of readings, or a few readings, I should say. All right, intuitive friends, let's see who's here. Let's say hello. And we have everyone's coming out to say hi. Hello, Jock Calisthenics. Hello, Sasha. Hello, Debbie Cox. Hello, Lily. Hello, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Debbie Cox, welcome. Hello, Brian. Hello, Andrea 54 Hector. Hello, Sarah Lotus of Serendipity. All right, intuitive friends, let's see who hasn't gotten on the list yet and who will be on this list this morning. Please note I will be coming back throughout the weekend. So no worries if you don't make it this time around, you'll be able to make it next time, okay? All right, intuitive friends. Again, I'm only taking the first 4 subscribers. Hello, Jacques. How are you? Sasha, hello. Sasha, I don't think that I've added you on my list on prior occasions, so I will be adding you to the list today. And yes, I keep a record here. I have the list here. Okay, Sasha, welcome. You are now on the list. Hello, Debbie Cox. Let's see, Debbie. Have you gone? Ooh. Let's see. All right, Debbie, I don't see you on the list here from prior readings, so I will be adding you to the list. Debbie Cox, welcome. Lily, welcome. Oh, wait, hold on, Lily. Did I get you last time? Let's see. Some names I'm like, I remember, and then others I'm like, I'm not sure. Okay, Lily, you are at number 3. Ascending Butterfly, I know that I gave you a reading recently. Yeah. Yeah, on the 30th. Okay, no worries. Okay, so, and then we have Brian. Hello, Brian, welcome. All right, so we have Debbie Cox. After Debbie, we have Lily. Lily dash M 1444. And then we have at number 4, we have Brian. All right, intuitive friends. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Everyone who wasn't able to make it this time around, no worries. I will be back during the rest of the week. So I'll be more than happy to do your free readings then, okay? Just this morning, I don't have a lot of time, but I definitely promised you guys that I would be here on this morning. So I wanted to keep, as always, my promise, okay? All right, intuitive friends, let me review the following, and then I'm going to start with Sasha, followed by Debbie Cox, followed by Lily M. And last but not least, we have Brian. Okay. Intuitive friends, just a reminder here that these free live mini readings are for subscribers and subscribers only. Please remember that super stickers and super chats do get extra time and do get extra details. Okay. Let me just write closed session here. Forgot. Sorry. Let me write that here. All right, closed session. All right. Please note that super stickers and super chats do get extra time, and of course, they also get extra details, as I do have decks that I only use for those super chats or super stickers. Please note that the one question that I will be channeling today for free, 5 minutes, is what may be potentially unfolding. Please remember, intuitive friends, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And if something doesn't resonate now, it might resonate at a later time for you. If you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, private readings, or credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. Those links are there, as well as in the chat. Those links are there too. Please note, intuitive friends, I have a list of free resources here on the chat list. Please take a look at that, as those are free for you. I have the Lexa Tarot Long Distance Reiki, my nighttime affirmations, and the 7 chakra healing. Please read the legal disclaimer, although I will be reviewing that shortly. I will call you in the order that you've appeared on the chat. The legal disclaimer is as follows. These messages are for entertainment purposes only, and please remember that readings should never, 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 never replace professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice, or professional licensed medical, financial, therapeutic help. My readings are for entertainment purposes only and are not replacements for getting a licensed professional medical, financial, therapeutic, legal advice. Today I only have 4. I'm opening the free reading for 4 subscribers. First come, first serve. I already wrote those 4. However, if I do see someone from my membership tier, I will add you to the list. Okay, so if you guys see me do that, it's because they're part of the membership tier. Doesn't matter which tier. If it's tier number 1, Oracle of Thanks, tier number 2, Dearly Departed, or monthly topic reading, or tier number 3, Oracle of Revelation, I will squeeze you in on the list. That being said, I want to say hello to Andrea54. Hector, welcome. Lotus Serendipity, Eleni, Elena, hello. Rowan, Arwen, G, hello. Positive Bear, welcome. All right, and Shatira, welcome, my dear. Great to see you. All right, intuitive friends, remember, if you don't make the list now, it's fine. I will be coming back during the weekend, okay? That being said, first up, we have Sasha. Sasha, let me know that you are here. You are and that is, hold on, because sometimes people have, Sasha H8F7B. Okay. All right, awesome. Great to have you, and welcome to the channel. Let us know if you are a new member or a new member or a new subscriber, so that we can give you a nice warm welcome. That being said, intuitive friends, let's jump straight into the readings for this morning. It is 9:25 here in New York. Thank you for all the love and all your support. All right, intuitive friends, let's see what's coming through for you, Sasha. Please remember that this is a 5-minute mini reading, And this is what may be potentially unfolding for you. As always, please remember that these readings are for entertainment purposes only. All right, Sasha, let's see what may be potentially unfolding here for you. And we have all right, we have your hard work is paying off. Okay. And that is new moon in Capricorn. Now, Sasha, this card here with the new moon in Capricorn, of course, Capricorn is an earth sign. Okay, there may be something connected here, maybe on your astrological natal chart, maybe other placements, maybe your sun, moon, rising, or maybe your Venus, north node, or other important midheaven, other important placements. However, Capricorn is an earth sign. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn may be of importance right now at this moment in time, whether it be now or perhaps in the past or recent past. Now, your hard work is paying off. This is coming across as there may have been some things that you may have been working on in the 2025 calendar year. There may have been some struggles, lessons, situations, circumstances, events, things that, made you realize here, you know what, I got to work on X, Y, and Z. This could also be, your goals, your dreams, your ambitions. But your hard work in whatever it may be, whether that is spiritually, whether that is in your love life, in your career, or your finances, or maybe just your motivation to finish something up, or maybe you are doing something of importance right now. Maybe you're studying something, working on something, creating your own company or projects or anything of that sorts. This is telling me here that you are very much dedicated. You are very diligent. You're doing your due diligence. Okay. So your hard work is paying off. Now, is it going to pay off right now at this moment in time? Maybe not. This is a slow moving energy because Capricorn is an earth sign. Okay. So that is coming through for you as in regards to that. Now, will it pay off eventually? Yes. Okay. I feel that you are really focusing on the consistent work ethic needed in order to see something finally either increase momentum or finally get something moving or continue the process of something or starting something of importance. Or maybe here you're just, again, like I said, you may have restarted something or picked up where you may have left off in the past or recent past. Now, let's see what other information comes through for you here, Sasha. Now, what's interesting is that the seat go is looking at my past or recent past. So this could be, again, throughout 2025 that you've been investing time in something, or this could be just your past or recent past. But whatever this is, it's giving you already the heads up that you will eventually reap what you sow. Now, the most important, or one of the most important things here for you to remember is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is you, perhaps there are moments in time where things get a little bit difficult, where they get a little challenging. And you're like, can I really finish this? Can I really do this? Do I have, fill in the blank, whatever it may be. There may be times that you doubt yourself, and it's coming across as you seeing or perceiving something under those lens. That may not be the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation may be you are actually improving, you are actually creating some momentum, but the fact that you're not seeing it when you want to see it, or that you may not be seeing the results as quickly as you may want, it may at times get you in this type of energy where you start self-doubting, okay? Or maybe some self-sabotaging thoughts or limited beliefs start creeping in, or you start feeling like nothing is moving, or this idea or my life or something is stuck. But it's more of your perception of it than anything else, because the Eight of Swords is you kind of, in a way, stuck or trapped in either your own limited beliefs or your self-sabotaging thoughts. Okay. Eight of Swords says, I release myself from self-inflicted binds. So the great news here, the positive news here, is that what may be unfolding is you realizing that it's time for you to release yourself from this self-sabotaging thought, limited beliefs, or a specific mindset or script that at times does this little peekaboo in your energy. Okay. So it may come up, especially during full moon, as we just had a full moon. So the next couple of days, sometimes, full moon energy does that as a collective. It does get us a little bit in our thoughts. It does work, kind of like it places that type of energy, or I should say it amplifies it. Okay. Knight of Swords, the great news about this also is the fact that you do have the Eight of Swords. So you may be working on this, as it says here, your work will pay off. And not only are you working on this, but the Knight of Swords is ready to cut through the self-inflicted binds. Okay. Now, the Knight of Swords energy, remember, knights are all about momentum. It's about movement. So the Knight of Swords is cutting through or helping you to release this Eight of Swords energy in order for you to be able to embrace action in cutting these things that may no longer serve you, or start bringing in a new mindset. I do feel, looking at these two cards, that this is something that you may be um, working on right now or continuing to work on. So the Knight of Swords, again, it's cutting through that confusion of the Eight of Swords or self-inflicted bind energy. Okay. It may be oh, actually, I finished this one. It may actually be a work in progress. And so if it is, this is just telling you you're moving in the right direction. So congratulations on that. If you haven't started this process, this is saying this is one of the best things to do right now, as we are in the last month of the calendar year 2025. And as you know, 2025 is the year of completion. So anything that needs to be worked on or released, now is the perfect time to really focus, 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 because 2026 is coming in as a 1 year, which is all about new beginnings. Okay. That being said, let's take a look here. It says here 444, blessing in disguise. Fours are all about stability. So super important that you work on these either self-sabotaging thoughts, limited belief, self-worth issues, self-inflicted binds, so that you can continue to move forward. Now, a lot of this is coming through as maybe there were situation, circumstance, events, maybe things from the past, your early childhood stages, maybe a breakup, separation, divorce, that has, in a way, kind of, it at times it triggers you into, excuse me, into these self-inflicted binds. Now, the good news, again, all good news here, is that fours are all about stability. So the things that happened in the past or recent past were things that happened for you, not to you. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying for you and not to you, because there was a silver lining in those things that you may have experienced in the past or recent past. There may have been blessings in disguise, meaning those uh, events or situations were needed in order for you to outgrow certain patterns, or for you to work on your self-inflicted self-inflicted binds, self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, and self-worth issues. Okay. So blessing in disguise says challenges may lie ahead, but you have the strength to overcome them. Of course, here with Capricorn energy. Remember, Capricorn is very work ethic type of energy. Okay. They're very dedicated to making sure something creates that stability and that security that is needing that is needed, especially something that is very much connected to something that they're working on. Okay. Now, this says here, if you've felt loss, know that the winds of change are now blowing in your favor. Like I said, that is the case, especially when we're talking about winds, okay, as in WINDS, because swords energy is air energy, and that Knight of Swords is cutting through the Eight of Swords energy. So again, validation confirmation there. It says, if you felt loss, know that the winds of change are now blowing in your favor. Though some things may fall apart, that is, part of letting and releasing and letting things go. Okay. Um, it says you're building the foundation for something better. Stay strong and keep moving forward. Okay. So there may be some new improvements, new cycles, and and the sense of discipline that you may be really focusing on within the next couple of weeks as we wind down for this 2025 calendar year. Sasha, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Sense, and again, fours, you got a lot of fours there. You got four fours. So number one, you may be seeing fours as sign symbol synchronicities, and four fours. Okay, so four times, four times. Is it? Yeah, 4 times 4. So you have there the number 16. Okay, 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. You may also see sign symbol synchronicities with the number 7 as well. Okay. All right, intuitive friends. Up next, we have Debbie Cox. But before we jump into Debbie Cox reading, hello and good morning from New York City here, intuitive friends. My name is Lexa Tarot. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, among other things that I do. But if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, and my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All those links are there for you. You can also take a look at, if you're interested in private readings, or look at my membership tiers. All that is at your disposal. If you would like to take part in these free mini readings, today I already have my list quite full because I'm reducing the list to 4 subscribers. But you can you can come back at any point in time, as long as you're subscribed to the channel. You've turned on your notification bell and all alerts, and then you'll be notified the moment that I have a reading, okay, or that I do the lives, okay? That being said, all right, let's see what's coming through here. Sasha, you wrote true Lexa Tarot, working on understanding my self-worth. Great to see that has made sense, and that is validation confirmation. Hello, Patricia. Happy Friday. Hello, Mr. G. Hello, Gustavo. Great to see you guys. I love all the love. Hello, Sparkle77 and Debbie Cox. You are here. All right. And then Sasha says, thank you, Lexa, for the message. Totally resonated. Sasha, before you go, take a look at those free resources I have listed here on my chat, on the chat list. Okay. Those can be very beneficial for you, especially when we're talking about self-worth issues, self-inflicting binds, and so forth. So don't forget, Sasha, to take a look at those links in the in the chat list. They're all free resources. Okay. All right. Up next, we have Debbie Cox. Welcome. Thank you so much, Debbie, for being here. And for all of you who've stopped by, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. So far, I see 7. Love it. Thank you so much. All right, Debbie, let's take a look at what may be potentially unfolding for you. By the way, after Debbie Cox, we have Lily, and after Lily, we have Brian, okay? And that will be the list for now, okay? I've closed the session, but I will be coming. All right, intuitive friends, let's take a look here at Debbie Cox, what's coming in for you. I might actually come back later tonight. Okay, so I just thought about, I have to finish the singles readings, but all right, Debbie, what may be potentially unfolding here for you? Entertainment purposes only. All right, Debbie, we have here Hold your vision. Hold your vision. Hold your vision. All right, Debbie Cox. That is about you continuing to do what you're doing, or this is talking about here for you to continue to have faith in whatever it is that you want to reach, whether that's a goal, whether that's a project, whether it's a new move, whether it's a restart, whatever it is that you have in the back of your mind, or whatever it is that you are feeling as of late, that you know what, I really want to accomplish, fill in the blank. This is saying it might feel like 2025 may have been a challenging year, but don't give up. Okay. Persistence and perseverance is going to be key here for you in order for you to get to where you need to get to. Okay. Whatever this may be about, whether it be in your love life, whether it be in career, whether it's finances, whether it's spiritual journey, whether it's some type of personal growth. Hold your vision, hang on to the stamina. I know sometimes it may be a little bit challenging. Sometimes, as like, we run the marathon of life. Okay. And that's symbolic there, the marathon of life. There are moments where we get a little tired, that, we feel our energy lacking. But this is talking about the fact that it's super important for you to continue to add fuel to the fire of that stamina and that momentum. This is also here what I'm feeling having a lot to do with faith and patience. Okay. So don't lose faith and continue to be patient in whatever it is that you want to see uh, open up doors towards, whatever it is that you have been working on, wishing, hoping, desiring. Okay. As long as you do your due diligence, as long as you're putting in the work and the effort, there may be here some beautiful things that may be unfolding, but this is saying don't lose your focus. Okay. Optimism is also very key here, because hold your vision is also you putting all the energy and the power of intention to this specific thing or area or areas of your life. Let's add more clarity here to this reading. And let's see, Debbie, what else is coming through for you. Clarity here in your reading. You have the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, listen, like I said, there's something beautiful coming in with the High Priestess. You know intuitively what this is about, okay? First and foremost here, 10 of Pentacles. Tens in tarot are all about the completion of something, okay? So this is telling me two things energetically. Either one, you are seeing the improvements and the progress and whatever it is that you are focusing on and moving towards. That's number one. Number two, if you're not seeing it yet, you will see it. It will come through for you in 2026. Okay. Why am I saying 2026? As I've said multiple times, okay, intuitive friends, whatever you got to work on that this year. And next year, allow yourself to open a new chapter, because next year, calendar year of 2026, it is the year of path one. New beginnings, new things. Okay. So you want to be prepared for the newness. So if you haven't done something, like if you've been postponing something because you've been working on yourself in 2025, very good idea. But come 2026, start getting on it. Like start doing things, start applying. Okay. Because that's where all this new beginning is coming in. 10 of Pentacles energy, that is telling me here that you may be potentially in the near future here celebrating what you have achieved because of the stamina, faith, and patience that you have been placing on this heart's desire, or something that you feel is your soul purpose or your life purpose. Okay. So I celebrate everything I achieve. This could be also here very much connected to long-term commitments or long-term goals. You're finally going to see the result of something. You may be celebrating something. It may be here that it Other members of your family or your close circle also benefit from this beauty of the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so there's solid foundation here, and this is achievement and success. Okay, that is coming in, or that you may already be feeling or experiencing. The High Priestess, along with your stamina, faith, and patience. What's also super important is you listening to your intuition. Remember, High Priestess is ruled by the moon. We just had a full moon last night in Gemini, which, by the way, the last full moon of 2025 calendar year, and also a super moon. So you're not late. If you didn't manifest last night, do it tonight, do it today. Okay, use that full moon energy to your benefit. Okay, High Priestess isn't really about outward movement, but it is about following your inner knowing. Okay, so it's the sense of your awareness. Okay, being able to be guided by that which you feel a certain calling for, or a certain sense. Okay, sorry about that with the light. Okay, or a certain sense of intuitive nudge. Okay, now the High Priestess says, my intuition guides me to the truth. Okay? And the High Priestess, what's kind of shining from her forehead or her third chakra here. Okay, by the way, if I were you, work on your third chakra or continue to strengthen it. third I'm sorry, third chakra, third eye. Yeah, the third eye chakra, called the Ajna chakra. Okay, the space between your eyebrows. Okay, around that region. Work on that energy. Okay, you have 852 hertz solfeggio frequency. So work on that. All right, just continue to give it, extra energy. Listen to third eye chakra frequency of 852 hertz solfeggio frequency. It's very easy. Just lay down, okay, or sit up, whatever you want. Place your hands on your third eye chakra, close your eyes, and listen to the solfeggio frequency. You could also do this with the seven chakras, a free resource that I have there for you, okay? And before you go to bed at night, try to do the time affirmation, which again keeps you in this energy of being in a high vibrational state so that you can finally either see improvement or finally reach the success and the achievement that you've been either working on, wishing on, desiring, or moving towards. Okay. Last but not least, let's take a look at what is your potential advice. Lily, you are up next. Lily, if you are here, you are up next. And after Lily, we have Brian. So Lily, if you are here, don't go anywhere because you are up next. And after Lily, we have Brian. All right, Debbie, let's see what else is coming through for you. I'm also getting here that there's this sense of like this reading is giving you a confirmation on an intuitive hunch that you've been feeling, or an intuitive energy that you've been experiencing here or feeling. It's like, oh, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Is kind of the energy that I'm getting, because it's like, oh, okay, now I see what this is about. So I literally just heard that intuitively. So I wanted to let you know that if this is what you're thinking, that is what is coming through on my end as well. So very, very interesting. It's like, yeah, she knows exactly what this is about. This is exactly what she's been feeling intuitively. This is a validation confirmation for you, if that applies. It came so strong and so clear that I have a funny feeling that this is exactly what you've been thinking. Okay. You have here, look at that, 999, beautiful energy, 2025. You're closing chapters. You're saying goodbye. You're noticing here the shift that has needed to occur in your life, and you have finally said to yourself, okay, those lessons I've learned, I don't want to go through them again. Okay, so 9999, you do have here lessons learned. You may see the number 9 as sign symbol synchronicities. Now, here with lessons learned, it says culmination. Okay, so like the final chapter. Okay, results. You're focused more on results now than ever before, which makes sense why hold your vision is here. It's saying, yeah, it may be taking a little while, but have the stamina, the faith, and the patience to keep focusing forward, because you're going to get there. Okay, if you haven't seen improvements yet, you will be seeing improvement. Okay, you may be reaching that pinnacle point and peak in 2026, because the number 10, when we take away that 0, remember in numerology we only look at single digit numbers, so the single digit of 10 would be 1, and 1 is connected to 2026. Okay, so there you go. It says, reflect on your achievements and the journey that led you here to this moment in time in regards to you holding your vision. Okay. It says, It says, this reminder encourages you. So this reading is to continue to encourage you to keep moving forward. It says, this reminder encourages you to stay optimistic. Validation, confirmation on hold the vision here, and keep striving toward your goals. I mean, it cannot be clearer. This is exactly what you had at the top of the reading. Okay, validation, confirmation. It says, keep your momentum supported by the powers of heaven and the powers of creator, source, your intuition. Okay, there you go. You've accomplished great things in your life before. It says, and now embrace the rewards that you have earned from before and that you will earn in the near future. Okay, in regards to this reading. So let me bring this as close as I can so you can see. This is basically everything that just came out a little while ago when I was channeling about holding your vision, the Ten of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. That being said, I hope these messages have been insightful. Share and continue to subscribe to the channel. Please share my YouTube channel link with 3 of your friends today. Let them know about this channel. Let them know about the free minute readings and the content. And to the friends, don't forget to take a look at your December readings. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up on those December readings, as it is the last reading for 2025. Okay. That being said, Debbie, thank you so much for your love, loyalty, and your support. Up next, we have Lily. After Lily, we have Brian. But before I jump into Lily's reading, let me write Lily here. By the way, thank you so much, Ascending Universal Butterfly, for your love and your loyalty support here in the chat. So I'm going to write Lily, come on down. And then, of course, after Lily, we have Brian. All right, so Debbie dropped a rose. Okay, I guess this resonates for you. Remember, intuitive friends, when you watch when you have not only a reading here on my YouTube channel on the live stream, but if you find yourself watching some content that resonates, don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section. That always lets me know that that message specifically resonated for you. Okay, so greatly appreciated. Lily, welcome. Welcome, Lily. Thank you so much for joining. And just a reminder here, Lily, that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. And Lily, don't forget to take a look at your December readings. They're all posted in the monthly readings playlist. And Lily, let's take a look here at what may be unfolding for you. What may potentially be unfolding for you. And of course, as a reminder that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. All right, let's see what's coming through for you, my dear. Lily, what may be potentially unfolding? And you have show the world the real you. Okay, show the world the real you. You may be the type of person who really is giving. You make sure that other people are taken care of. You're the type of person, you don't like to see injustice. You may be the type of person who really, you want to see the the best, or you do things for the greater good. Okay, that's how this is coming across, especially here with with this Aquarius energy. Okay, it's like you're a good friend. There's uniqueness about you and about your personality, and you have a very good ability here to see the uniqueness of other people. So what other people may consider quote unquote, oh, that's strange, you're like, no, it's unique. That makes that person extra special in their own way. This is also talking about you, the same way that you kind of like advocate for other people, or that you kind of in a way, like I said, like you give to others. Super, super, super important that you give that same compassion and that same frame of thought into your own life, that you have a very unique skill, that you have a uniqueness about you that is authentic, your authentic signature, whether that's your personality, whether it's your interests, whether it's the way that you communicate and connect to other people. But don't allow other people's perception of your uniqueness throw you off what your unique life purpose may be, or you know soul purpose may be in this lifetime. Okay, and trust me, I know the feeling, because of course I've been an intuitive child. I mean, I've been an intuitive person since I was a child, since I was like little. So I totally understand that kind of feeling of like, I'm not like everyone else, or I don't experience things like everyone else. So this is saying here, embrace your uniqueness. Okay. There were many times I placed my own unique, authentic intuitive abilities, and I would push them in a closet, and I would lock that closet. Okay, and again, this is symbolically, because I felt very out of place at times. Okay, with just energy, I would feel energy, I would look at someone, I completely be able to tell them things, you know what I mean, like all of that since I was a child. Super different, super weird. Okay, especially with like premonitions, like, So, that being said, I can completely relate with this energy where you may feel a little bit out of sorts in certain environments in regards to certain people, but embrace your authenticity, embrace your uniqueness, because that uniqueness is super special. And it may help others in time, or maybe you are already helping others. Okay, so it may be useful in your profession, it may be useful in your career. So that's something here that's coming through, like very, like very important here. Okay, there's a life purpose in the way that you are. And this is talking about you showing the world who you really are, and it's up to them, whether they want to accept it or not. But that should never kind of like in a way place you in a position where you have to like fake being something that you're not. Okay, or feel like like it's chipping away at your self-worth at any moment in time. Okay, so let's take a look. And whatever this is something that has been very special with you since you were maybe even a child. Also, there's this Aquarius energy. This person that's, the war bearer, is looking towards a past or recent past. So it may be something that maybe you're an empath, maybe you're, I don't know, maybe you're a medium, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's, spiritual, or maybe it's just something else. But yeah, it's very positive, and embrace it. By the way, that says full moon in Aquarius. Again, full moon energy happened yesterday. But there are going to, there's a few days after that you may look at that Queen of Pentacles, that you may still work with the energy. Look, I'm not surprised that's here. Not surprised that's here. Let's talk about the Devil card in tarot. Okay, the Devil card in tarot is number one. Oh, so by the way, you have Aquarius here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There may be some placements on your astrological natal chart. You may be the type of person that you do get in your head about things, especially when it's a different opinion or something that you see differently than everyone else. Um, Maybe in your circle. But the double card in tarot is ruled by Capricorn. Okay, you have two strong earth energies here. There may be some strong placements on your astrological natal chart. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn doesn't have to be, but it could. But the fact that you have the double card here, which by the way is ruled by Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, there are important lessons that you have had to learn in either 2025 or as you have grown in your personal growth. Okay, the double card in tarot, it's about the attachment of something that is not the healthiest, the attachment to listening to other people's opinions and feeling less than or not feeling enough, that type of attachment. This is also kind of like this energy of lack of like it's difficult for you to create a balanced energy in regards to whatever that may be. Okay, it may be a vice, it may be something else. It may be, oh, I love to eat sweets, but then there's like not, there isn't a very clear kind of like, okay, this is when it's like you got to stop. You know what I mean? So that just sweets, just as an example, right? It could also be work. Like could be very focused on work, but so much that you end up becoming a workaholic. So everything is good in moderation. So this is that energy here. This is also the energy of an old pattern. Remember, like I said, especially with the fact that the water bearer is looking at the past or recent past, there may be some self-sabotaging thoughts, limited beliefs, self-worth issues that maybe have been stemming from way before. So the devil card in tarot is saying here, this is time to break away from the temptations, to break away from the shadow self, to break away from the energy or the script that you have in your mind that at times may pop up where you may feel powerless in a situation, circumstance, event, or in an environment. The devil card in tarot says, I am free of whatever is holding me back. And like I said, what may be holding you back is your own perception, the fact that you're not allowing yourself to be your authentic self. Okay. Now, the moment that you release this, guess what you have here? The Queen of Pentacles. Now, what's interesting is that I always read from left to right, but your reading is giving me the energy from right to left, okay? Just like this water bearer. So, super important here, and I'm going to place it like this so that you can see. Okay. The water bearer is looking away from the devil card in tarot because that was the second card. Remember, the first card that came out was the Queen of Pentacles and then was the devil card. So the first card here as your Queen of Pentacles, that's what the water bearer is pointing in that direction. It is pointing in the direction, or it's in a way leaning and pouring water in the direction of the Queen of Pentacles, yin energy, earth. Now, granted, Aquarius is an air sign. It's not a water sign, but it bears the water. It is a water bearer. So it carries that refreshing water. Okay. So again, water is yin energy. So this kind of like in a way, this detachment that you may at times have within yourself, this is telling you water the energy of your own authenticity so that you can grow into this Queen of Pentacles energy, so that you can embrace it here. Remember, this is what it may be potentially unfolding for you. So the more that you work on freeing yourself from anything that you have been allowing to hold you back from, okay, whatever that may be, the moment that you work and you release that, you're going to be able to show your authentic self. You're not going to be in a way detaching from who you are, from what makes you you. Okay. And the more that you focus on what makes you you, what makes you unique, and you feeling comfortable in your own skin, the more that you're going to be able to embrace that Queen of Pentacles energy. Because the Queen of Pentacles energy is secure and stable. The Queen of Pentacles energy is a person who nurtures, who nurtures through growth, okay? Who also is very much practical and sensible, okay? You know, earth energies are not too emotion based. They are very I want to say logical, but there is a part of them that is that way. I'm a Taurus sun, okay? And what helps me more with the emotion part of me is that I have a Pisces moon. So that works very good together, earth and water. But yeah, for you here, this Queen of Pentacles energy, your need to embrace the practical sensibilities. Okay, if it makes sense to you, it has to be something that creates a sense of structure, or not so much structure, but stability and security. So you're going to be embracing this energy in the near future, the moment that you work on this Devil card and tarot energy. Queen of Pentacles is I have everything I need to prosper. And that is the kind of like the energy here that I'm getting here for you, where you will find your way. This is just something that you need to continuously work on. And it's going to be very important for you to work on it now during this ending month of 2025, so that in 2026, you're more in this energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Remember, the Queen of Pentacles is stable and secure, not just in one area, not just financially or career, but it's about love, it's about family, it's about all the other placements, all the other areas in your life. That's why I always say the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles are really, really good, strong energy in tarot. Okay, because the King and the Queen of Pentacles, they have the overall riches, not just in one area, but multifaceted. All right, last but not least, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. Let's see what your potential advice may be. And up next, we have Brian. So, Brian, if you are here, come on down. You are up next. And then, of course, we're closing the reading with Brian. All right, let's take a look here at what's coming through for you as a potential advice. So, Lily, take a look at the free resources that I have on the chat list. Use those 3 resources that I placed there, either daily or every other day. That's going to help you here with this energy of, freeing yourself from whatever's holding you back. Okay. And allowing yourself to lean more into your own authentic self, so that you can embrace this Queen of Pentacles energy. All right. Last but not least, Lily, let's see what is your advice. Your potential advice here is taking initiative. I mean, validation, confirmation, taking initiative, making sure. And this is not to say that you haven't taken an initiative. Maybe you have already. Maybe you are already in this kind of motion of working on this. What this is saying is to continuously work on this. So, for example, I just mentioned that you have 3 free resources in the chat. Maybe you'll like, okay, now that you got this reading, you're like, okay, so tonight I'm going to work on it. Today I'm going to have those, I'm going to do those 3, and maybe tomorrow. But then all of a sudden, by the time Tuesday rolls around, it's like, whoop, you slipped. Like you decide to fall off the bandwagon. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's that kind of like energy here where you're like falling off doing something that needs to happen consistently if you haven't started already. So taking the initiative to be consistent. Queen of Pentacles energy is consistent to whatever it is that they are very passionate and feel that can grow and can, open the door to something better, right? So that's what I'm getting here for you. You have the number 1221. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. So you do have 3 here as an angel number. You may see multiples of 3. And when I say that, I'm talking about, single digit numbers, or maybe numbers that are very much connected to the number 3. Okay, if we're looking at single digit numbers, it's 369. Okay, does it have to be only those numbers? No. There are times when I look at my receipt and I know my angel and ethereal guides are talking to me because I see certain sequences in those, receipts, or, when I'm about to pay something, or, or when I, see like certain numbers, like I'm, I don't know, but it usually happens to me with receipts, but like when I'm purchasing something. But yeah, so you have here taking initiative, and this says transformation. And again, we spoke about that devil card in tarot, right? Saturn rules Capricorn. So like I said, there are important lessons, limitations, and blockages that you need to, transform, leave behind. Positivity, of course, what I just talked about here. Happiness, communication, messages, good news, self-expression, high energy. Taking initiative says here, make the most of what you have. Okay, we talked about that. Make the most of it, but also feel free to, you know, embrace it, because as I said at the top of the reading, it says it will lead you to new heights. So you embracing your authentic self is going to lead you to a new opportunity, or to new heights, to a new journey. It says, acknowledge your blessings and cherish your loved ones. Okay. Acknowledge your blessings. Your uniqueness is a very signature, unique trait of who you are, and perhaps maybe even your life or soul purpose. It says, inspiration will guide you path. Okay. Exciting news and positive developments are on the horizon. So, very, very positive energy here. Very beautiful potential advice here for you on taking initiative. Being proactive and consistent, super important here for you, Lily. That being said, thank you so much, Lily, for joining. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, continue to subscribe. Drop a rose in the comment section and here in the chat. That lets me know that these messages resonated for you. Don't forget to share my YouTube channel with like-minded souls. And remember to take a look at your December readings. Monthly readings are already on the channel. Okay. So the content is there already. Take care, and don't forget to take a look at the 3 resources that I placed within the chat list for today. Up next, we have Brian. But before I jump into Brian's reading, for those of you who are visiting for the first time, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, take a look down below in the description box. Those links are there for you. And if you're here live in the live stream, take a look at those links in the chat. They are there for you. Also, intuitive friends, if you would like to take part into these mini readings, well, you can. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell, and all notification alerts connected to this channel, so that when I do come on and I do a live reading, you are notified and you can hurry up and get on that chat list. Sometimes I do really long readings. Sometimes I have people, sometimes 12, sometimes 5, sometimes 10. It varies. So trust me that as soon as you get that notification, super important for you to jump into the chat list, as I do call from the order of the chat. Okay. All right, intuitive friends. For those of you who are my current subscribers, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I greatly appreciate it. All right, up next we have Brian. Hello, Brian. Welcome. Thank you so much, Brian, for tuning in and stopping by, and of course for your thumbs up, like, share, and your subscription. Let's take a look here, Brian, what may be potentially unfolding for you at this moment in time. Remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All right, Brian, let's see what may be potentially unfolding. Remember, these messages are for entertainment purposes only. And let's see what's coming through for you. What may be here? You have here, wow, communication is key, Gemini energy. And so it be that the full moon and the super moon that occurred last night here, obviously in the eastern part, different places get it at different, see that or experience a full moon energy at different times, right? But yeah, the full moon last night was in Gemini. Okay, so it's a lot about that critical thinking. Okay, now here with this communication is key. I'm getting two types of communication here for you. The communication that you do internally in your mind. Okay, what you think about, your thoughts, what your experiences generate, right? So if you go your thoughts connected to whatever it is that you've experienced. What I'm also getting here is your internal script, what you say to yourself, and kind of like your private thoughts. So I'm getting that. Communication is key. It's super important for you to be aware of the type of communication and script that you're thinking about on your own, especially when things go in an opposite direction. It doesn't mean technically that you've gone and taken steps back. It may be here that is super important for you to just pay attention to something. Okay, remember, sometimes taking some steps back is useful. It helps us recalibrate and continue the movement forward. I'm also getting here the way that you may communicate here with people externally, like work, friends, family, loved ones, okay? People that you meet, your external circle, okay? The external conversations that you have. Those are super important. Why? Well, number one, communication is key. It's not just about what you say, but it's also how you interpret what you listen. So there is the dual part of speaking and listening. Okay. I'm a professor in education, and I do focus on that, on the communication process of it. So this is talking about the speaking and the listening, both areas of that. Super important that you make sure that you are aware of what you understood when someone said something, not so much running into, and I'm not saying that you do this, but this is kind of like what may be potentially unfolding, that there needs to be very clear communication between you and others, as well as clear communication between you and yourself, and that being very positive within yourself, and just double checking when you are having those communications with others. Remember, communication comes in different ways as technology is prevalent, right? So this could be conversations that you have. This could be texts, the way that you interpret a text, or the way someone may interpret your words. Okay, so mean what you say what you mean, and always double check that communication, especially if you work in an industry where there's a lot of emails, documents, okay, reading, writing. This is also talking about just paying attention to that communication, because for you, communication is super important. Okay, especially if, and again, I'm just going by what I'm channeling, especially if you are the type of person that you think about things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, to the point that the thinking creates some type of analysis paralysis. Like, maybe I should, no, I shouldn't, yeah, maybe I should, okay. You get too caught up in the process of thinking and not so much in the process of being proactive. Again, it may not be in every area of your life, but there may be some areas here that may be talking about also. Okay, let's see what else is coming through for you. What I'm also getting here with communication is key is also making sure that you express your emotions. Okay. Gemini tends to have the energy, and I know because I have Gemini in my Venus. So I completely understand what this may be about in regards to at times maybe seeming a little bit very logical and analytical. And then there's kind of like the thread of emotion may seem to other people as like it's robotic, or that it's like, kind of detached, may be very smart in certain areas. And when you talk about those areas, it may give this energy of um kind of like you're not like there. How do I explain it? Because I know exactly what I'm feeling, but it's difficult for me to put it into words, the energy that I'm experiencing. Well, for example, let me just give my example about me. Ooh, Three of Swords. um for example, when I am in my role as a professor and I explain something, I may seem very detached to what I'm explaining about, right? Because I am using my logical, rational, analytical type of energy. So when I am talking in that way, or maybe sometimes I'm having a conversation with someone and we're having a very nerdy conversation and I start talking about certain things, I sound very logical and analytical, right? And at times that may clash with someone who may be in a water, right? Or may have a lot of water in their chart, because water is very emotive, whereas Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are not so much about the emotions of something, but it's more about the process of the logical, analytical, and making intelligent, balanced decisions. So there may be that contrast also. Just something for you to be aware of because you have Gemini here. Okay. Um, yeah. Let me see. What did you write? Disassociate. Yeah. It comes across like that. I'm not saying that you are disassociated, but I'm saying to other people, like for me, I can have a very heady conversation with someone. I am a nerd, so I can have those like deep conversations that seem very um logical, rational, analytical, and it doesn't bother me. But if there are other people, okay, who tend to be more uh where their discussions and their debates or their foundation of a communication is emotion, it does create a clash. So there goes that kind of like just being aware of that energy, because communication is key, is coming across in that. Okay. So that's why I'm saying that. So for example, and again, another example, and then I'm going to, go to this Three of Swords, which is super important. Like, for example, I have Gemini in my Venus. By having Gemini in my Venus, straight off the bat, I'm not going to come across as a person who's very emotive. Although I do have a lot of emotions. I'm an affectionate person. I'm all of that. I am really good at speaking and listening, but I may not express certain things in a way, when in a conversation it may come across a little bit um you know disassociated from from emotion, right? Even though that may not be the case. So if I have a partner who's a water sign and we're having a conversation, off the bat I know that, I mean, I'm single, but I'm saying hypothetically, if I had a partner that, is a water sign and hears me or has water in, it seems so like, you know standoffish in, or disassociated from the emotion of whatever it is that we're having a conversation about, right? So that's that energy that I was getting here for you, which is the reason why I'm explaining that to you, so that it makes sense should you experience that, because communication is key here, is coming across as that energy. Now you do have here the Three of Swords, which I'm going to talk about, but let's see what else is this Three of Swords coming in. Hopefully I made sense in that, because, or hopefully it made sense to you. right? Hopefully I was able to explain it, the energy that I'm feeling here in regards to that. Because there's something here that is super important connected to that and this energy that may be unfolding for you. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, with the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So first of all, you have 3 3 as an angel number here already coming out. Okay. So validation, confirmation. What's interesting, you have the Three of Swords. I'll talk about that in a minute. You have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. 3 3. I didn't put the Three of Pentacles here. I might in a minute, but you have the number 3 3. But what's also important is that Gemini is the third astrological sign in the zodiac. So there's something about the number 3 being super important. Now, if we fast forward and we take a look here at the next 3 months, which would be January, February, March. March has Pisces energy, zodiac wise, and also Aries, which is the new opening of the astrological new year. Okay. So that may be very significant there for you. Okay. So March may be a significant month with the closing of something and the opening of something. That being said, Three of Swords energy here is saying, I see things exactly as they are, right? I see things exactly as they are. Three of Swords energy is, the feelings of sadness, right? The sadness over an argument, the sadness over maybe even, guarded uh, emotions here from sadness, grief, loss, breakup, separation, divorce, different things here that, again, a clash also. Three of Swords is also about clashes. It's about arguments also. So there may be here some residual energy that may be coming up within the next 3 months that may place you in a position where you may be thinking about maybe something that happened in 2025, okay? That may have intensified this energy, the sense of sadness, the sense of grief, the sense of loss, the sense of pain, but also here that may come up in the potential near future and it may resurface. You may bring it back to someone or something, even if that may not be the case in reality, okay? So it may spark something here. Now, it says, I see things for what they are, not what you want them to be. So there could be this sense of reflection, something that you have experienced in 2025, or maybe even way before that, where now, in retrospect, now, after all has been said and done, after the dust has settled, it is making sense. It is making more sense to you now than it probably, or in the potential near future. Okay. This is what's potentially unfolding. It may make more sense as it has unfolded here as time goes on. There may be something that you have a perspective about right now at this moment in time that maybe in 3 months from now may not be the same perspective. Okay. So Three of Swords here, seeing things for what they are exactly. Okay. Now, the Hanged Man energy. Hanged Man energy, number one, is ruled by Neptune. Okay. Neptune has been in Pisces for like 13, 14 years. It will be getting out of its station in Pisces and it's going to jump into Aries energy come January 26th of 2026. Okay. That may also be of importance here. Again, that's, the next calendar year, January 2026. But what's interesting about the Hanged Man energy is that, yes, it's a hard pause. Yes, it's a moment that you gotta, take a step back. There's something that may not be flowing or moving right now. It could be a specific area of your life, okay? Or it could be a project, or it could be something that you're working on. And you're like, wow, it's just, it seems like it's, the more that I do, the I don't see something moving. but that is intentional. That feeling of like something isn't moving has been intentional because number one, 2025 is all about the 9 years. So it's about completion. There's something here that you are completing in 2025 or that you've been working on, and it's kind of like you know you're coming down the home stretch with it. And because you're coming down the home stretch, the hanged man energy here is saying, yeah, you've needed that pause, you've needed that moment to take a step back so that you can see something from a very different point of view, not the same way that you always saw. Maybe there's been a change of heart or of mind in some areas of your life or in something that is very significant to you. So the hanged man energy is saying here, yes, it's felt that it's been in limbo, but there's a part of you that you have learned to compromise or mediate that side of you that perhaps, whether emotional or mental, right? Whether it was your emotions, your heart or your mind, that you may have had a reversal on. Okay. So the hanged man energy is allowing you to see maybe this Three of Swords, breakup, separation, divorce, or some area of your life in 2025 or even before that that may have been filled with sadness, loss, and a feeling of loss here, okay, or of pain. All right. So the hangman energy says, I can see this situation in another way. So learning to see things in a different way. I do feel that this energy may loosen up for you, especially with the fact that you have the Three of Pentacles coming right after the Hanged Man energy, because the Three of Pentacles is joint forces. So I feel, and again, the number three, I wouldn't be surprised if 2026, starting with Aries energy, doesn't have to be, but I feel that the number three is very significant for whatever reason for you. That there may be something that, remember, 2026 is the year of one. So it's new chapter, new beginning. It's no longer about keeping yourself in a closet. Okay. This is again figurative, or you'll be kind of like, okay, I'm just not going to go in that direction because I'm working on healing, and that's great. But 2026 is about, let's go, get in there, start applying these things that you've been working on in 2025. So the Three of Pentacles says, when I show my work, others give support. And I feel here that there is going to be that type of stability. You may also find here, especially with Three of Pentacles, people that are more aligned to your frequency. You may find that you're closer with either friends, family, loved ones, people that are more aligned to your energy and your frequency when the time comes. Okay. Now let's see what else is coming through for you. I'm very curious to see how these messages, if they have resonated for you. But yeah, let's see. Last but not least, all right, let's see. Potential advice, look at that. Good times, 24. 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. You may be seeing multiples of 2 as sign symbol synchronicities. For example, 2s, 4s, 6, 8s. Okay, that's just an example. Okay, good times are ahead. I do feel that there is a sense of relaxation that's coming in, that's unfolding, a sense of harmony that's unfolding for you. I feel that communication is going to be more balanced. Okay. And here with good times, it says relaxation, joy, harmony, love, especially love sector. That could be something that may be improving. It's looking like it's an improvement in 2026, or any area where you haven't felt as supported or felt the sense of unity, whether it be at work, whether it be family, friends, or loved ones, especially with the fact that you had the three, things are opening up for you. It says you are deserving of affection, relaxation, and joy. Open to your family and friends about your feelings. Okay. Remember, I talked about that as well. Okay. Sometimes maybe even getting too caught up in your feelings. Okay. Also. But communication, just say what you mean what you say, and always double check, especially here when you're with others, making sure that you're both on the same, that there isn't a misunderstanding. Open to your friends, family about your feelings, and you'll find everyone aligned and working together harmoniously. Again, validation confirmation on this Three of Pentacles energy. That's exactly what I was talking about a little while ago. So that's coming through for you again. Many people are cheering for you. And sure enough, you have here, when I show my work, others give support. So let me take this out because this is very much connected to your reading. It says, when you spread love, it returns to you multiplied. So don't be afraid to open your heart to new opportunities, to new people, and to new experiences. Okay, there you go. So that is what came through for you today, Brian. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget that if they don't resonate now, they may resonate at another point in time. That being said, thank you so much, intuitive friends. Let me just take a quick look here at Brian. Let me see. Brian, I'm here. Disassociate. Yeah, I read that part. But then here it says, it makes sense to me because I come across disinterested or very blunt, depending on the person and topic of conversation. Yeah, that may be that energy here with Gemini. Yep, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And I totally understand that energy because, like I said, I have Gemini in my Venus. So completely. You also wrote here, Brian, you wrote 333 is my main angel number. Wow. And my third. So what's February 3rd? So you are Aquarius. I want to say Aquarius energy. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian. February 3rd, I want to say it's Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarius energy. I'm like, I know it's Aquarius. Yeah. So yeah, no wonder you're coming in with Gemini energy. Yeah, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they're air signs. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense to me for sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, Aquarius, Sun, Scorpio. Okay, rising in Pisces with a moon in Pisces. Oh my. Yeah, just like me, Sagittarius, Venus. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I see there. Yeah, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Well, Brian, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, Brian, take a look at the December readings. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving validation confirmation. It does look like things are moving very nicely for you. 2026 is looking really good as far as like Three of Pentacles. Again, I think you're going to find your like-minded souls in 2026 for sure. And pay attention to those threes also, okay? So there may be here a connection to either Pisces season, which, of course, if you're a Pisces moon, that makes total and complete sense. And the fact that Aries season begins also March, April. And Aries is a fire sign. So that makes also a lot of sense. Fire energy. All right, Brian, thank you so much. And I'll see you soon. All right, Anastasia, what's going on? Let's see. You left a super chat 2 days ago. You said your list was closed to come back to your next live. I came back yesterday. Okay, so what was I doing with the super chat? What was the topic? Oh, you're very welcome, Brian. What was Sorry, Anastasia, but I was in the middle of a reading, so it's not. I wasn't ignoring you. Okay, it's just that when I'm when I'm in the middle of a reading, I gotta focus on what's going on over here. So my apologies. So let's see what's going on here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh, what happened? No, it's not. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. So Anastasia, let's give her. Okay, so hello, Anastasia. Okay, so all right, so okay, just future reference. When I close a super chat live, um, just remember, like, don't send super chats when I've closed it. So that's number one. Number two, what was 2 days ago? I did a super chat, but there was no one that came through. Okay, all right, let's see. Okay, so what was the super chat question? It was the unfolding, like it was the spill the tea, I want to say, right? Was it that? I don't remember your super chat at all, but I'll give it to you now. It's not an issue. Did you send me an email? Well, anyway, you're here now. So what the super chat was about, what may be unfolding or what's going on with, right? With the I don't remember the super chat at all, but we can do that right now. Where are you? Okay. Okay, so all right. Not a problem, Anastasia. You're here now. So, what was the super chat focusing on? Because I don't remember your super chat at all. But I'll do it now. What's going on with, and then you filled in the blank. Was it that one? Because 2 days ago I came in and there was no one. I didn't do a super chat. So I came on, but there weren't people here to do the super chat. I want to say that's happened with the last two super chats. So Anastasia, I can do the super chat now that you said that you gave, but remember, next time don't do it ahead. Okay? All right, so Anastasia, If you are here, come back. I'm giving you an opportunity. I've been chatting with you for about 5 to 7 minutes, but I still don't see that you have given me a clear answer here on the super chat that may have, I didn't see it at all. The last 2 super chats that I've had, I haven't had someone come through. So they've been super quick. All right, so intuitive friends. Oh, that it 312. Oh, you mean 12-3. Can you trust Nelson? I did not receive it at all. That's a personal question. That wasn't what's going on. I can do what's going on with Nelson. I can do that, but I wasn't, yeah, the can I trust Nelson? First of all, that's a yes or no question. That's number 1. And number 2, that's a direct you ask and I answer question. So let me know if you want to do what's going on with Nelson or between me and Nelson. Right. So that's a spill the tea question. Spill the tea is $10 super chat. So okay. So did you join the super chat for spill the tea? Because no one came that day. The last 2 super chats that I've done with what's going on with, I haven't had people come through. All right, so all right, I'll do the reading now. It's not an issue. Do you want to do with you and Nelson? I can do that, or what's going on with Nelson. And next time, don't send a super chat unless I am doing a super chat, because that's where the confusion is coming. The confusion is coming because you didn't read the chat list. And because you didn't read the chat list, you may have done a super chat on something that I was not doing at that moment in time. Okay. So I'll do it now, but just for you, just so you know, for next time, just wait for the super chat lives in order to do super chat readings. Okay. No worries, Anastasia. All right, I do have some time, so it's not an issue. All right, let's clear that up and let's take a look here at intuitive friends. This list is closed. This was just a misunderstanding that occurred, and I'm just taking care of it at this moment in time. Intuitive friends, this is just, advice for all of you. If I am not doing a super chat live, then you shouldn't be sending super chat live readings. Okay? Because then things get confusing. So as soon as you get onto a live that I am doing, you must read the chat lists and the thumbnail or the information that I have there, because if not, it's going to get confusing for everyone. Okay. All right, let's take a look here at what's coming through. So this is a 10-minute reading. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. What was the question? What's going on with Anastasia and Nelson? Oh, not this one. This is part of them. All right. So I have, this is Okay, so let's take it. Let's take care of this. So you have Cancer. Well, first of all, these came out a little bit later. Okay, these are the first that came through. So you and Nelson, what's going on with you and Nelson? You have the hot air balloon here. There's the sense of like both of you having either different perspectives or looking at something here in regards to maybe one person is looking at the aerial view of something, another person may be looking at things from like a ground standpoint. Okay. So one person, as you know, hot air balloons, they're on the ground first. That's when people get in, and then they move up into the air, and then there's an aerial view. So I feel that there's a huge difference here between how you may be seeing something and how Nelson may be seeing something here. Okay. I do have here the amethyst crystal. Okay, so there's something that you feel intuitively about what's going on. Doubting yourself, or you're not kind of sure because you're not either wanting to look at the fact that you are getting certain messages already. So you may already know the answer to this question. You just want to confirm your intuition. Okay. You also have here Hello Kitty. It's interesting because I do have cat here, but Hello Kitty is more of kind of like, you know, a younger type of energy. So there may be someone here who may be either immature or acting immaturely here in regards to some aspect here of this connection in some way, shape, or form. I do have the letter A. Okay, that letter A may be of importance. This is also looking like the letter D also. Actually, no, it's the letter A. Here we go. So they have here the letter A, but I'm also getting the letter D, even though it really says the letter A. So I'm getting a letter A or a letter D. That may be of importance here, okay? So there may be something of importance connected to the letter A or to the letter D. It may be a, you know, nickname. It could be some type of connection here. Now, between you and Nelson, what's going on is that you have here Cancer energy. Now, there may be here something connected to the water sign, whether it be you, Anastasia, or whether it be Nelson, but I'm getting water, heavy water sign, heavy water energy here. This could be something that is very, very emotional here. Okay. That you have a lot of emotion towards, or that he has a lot of emotion towards. Now, what's interesting about Cancer energy, and this is what I'm getting here in regards to this, like, to this times Cancer energy, okay? When they feel uncomfortable with something, they tend to retract, they tend to move back, they tend to step back. Okay. If feelings are changing, if a perspective is different, if they're too caught up in their emotions for whatever reason, what happens is that a person that, you know, Cancer is it's a beautiful sign. So I'm not trying to, you know, downplay that. Actually, one of my um, like Taurus and Cancer get along very, very well. But sometimes Cancer gets too caught up in their own emotions. There could be someone here in this connection, whether it be you, Anastasia, or whether it be Nelson, that is too caught up in their emotions. So when Cancer gets too caught up in the emotion, they start backpedaling. Okay. They start, you know how the crab walks sideways like that. Okay. So it's kind of like that type of energy. So there is someone here that their emotions, um, you know, are very intense here in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Now that was just a preview of this message. Now we're going to get into the 10 minutes of the reading. So let's see what this message unfolds here for you. Okay, what is going on? What's the tea with Anastasia and With Anastasia and Nelson. With Anastasia and Nelson. What's going on? What's the tea with Anastasia and Nelson? Okay. So what came out is eternal renewal. In the cycle of life, understanding breeds hope for what comes next. There's someone here wishing, hoping, and desiring that the connection comes back. And again, I'm reading this side because that's the side that's facing me, not the side that's facing you, okay? So there are two cards that popped out. The first is eternal renewal. And this is telling me here that there's someone in this connection that wants something to be back like it was, or for something to return. Okay. Someone wants to renew something, whether it be you or Nelson, but it feels like it's one sided. It doesn't feel like two people are wanting this thing. It feels like one person is wanting it and one person is blocking it. Okay. So I'm going to shift, I'm going to flip this around. And when it's in its upright position, it's someone with the full moon energy behind them in the dark thinking. Okay. And so this is telling me here that because it's come in reverse, there's someone here who's really stuck in that energy, and someone here who may want a renewal, in a renewal that maybe one person is very much wanting and the other person here kind of not being able to receive that type of I want to renew something. Okay. You also have here Fog's bind. Okay. Fog's bind says when paths are unclear and spirits froze, sometimes leaving brings light. So I wouldn't be surprised if this connection between you and Nelson is something that no longer is here, meaning that there is no connection here in some way, shape, or form, or that there has been a disagreement where maybe he has gone in his direction and hasn't reached out, or you have gone in another direction. But there's something here about Nelson or you. Someone is confused, someone doesn't see something clearly. Validation, confirmation on what I said at the top of the renewal, and the other person may not be open to that energy. Fog's binds, again, someone is very caught up in their thoughts or their emotions because Cancer energy is here. Okay. So validation, confirmation on what came through here a little while ago. Okay. With this Cancer energy. And again, with the perspectives that may be very different. Okay. With the hot air balloon. Again, same energy here that I talked about, the kitten, the Hello Kitty. Okay, Hello Kitty is usually children who like Hello Kitty. Not always, like they're adults who are really into Hello Kitty, but it's giving me a younger energy. So there is someone either who's acting immaturely or who, like when kids like, it doesn't have to be a child, but I'm getting like this energy of like, when people are like very hung up on something because they just like someone or they like something because they really like it, and they just get kind of like super fascinated and very like hanging on to that energy. That's what it's feeling here. It's feeling like someone doesn't want to accept the intuitive energy that is being felt here in some way, shape, or form. Okay. It's like they don't want to hear that. They want this to work, or they want this to come back, or they want to continue. But there may be other reasons why Hello Kitty is here also. I don't know. There may be a Hello Kitty situation going on here in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's someone's hobby. Maybe it's, I don't know. But Hello Kitty is here. So that is to give you validation, confirmation in some way, shape, or form. So only you would know what that may be really talking to you about. But intuitively, to me, there's a sense of immaturity here that's happening. Or this younger energy of inexperience. Let's see what else is coming through. Okay, jealousy issue. I just said this. I just said the energy of wanting to hang on to someone for dear life. Okay, so hanging on to an energy may obviously, especially if there's a person here who doesn't want to, um, to start anything new, there is a little bit of this like kind of obsessively thinking about this person or wanting to really like know more information or get some clarity here. But what's interesting is this is coming through is that you already know what the messages here may come through in regards to Nelson. So it's as if you're like trying to make sure, like gaining validation confirmation on something that you may be feeling like, yeah, Nelson may be shutting down. He may not be interested. He may be confused or he may be going through something right now. There may be a little bit of jealousy, especially if there's distance, right? If this is you, this could be you thinking, well, if he's not interested in me, chances are he may be with someone else, or there may be someone else he's interested in. But there's this sense here of jealousy. It says jealousy may be affecting your relationship. Okay? So let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, there's an inner conflict. There's an inner conflict between what is the rational, logical things that you have seen with your own eyes and you have experienced. Okay. For example, this person may not be showing like they are interested in having any type of renewal. They may be kind of even shutting down from that opportunity. Maybe they haven't returned. Maybe this argument or this breakup, separation, or divorce is really final. Okay. They're not pursuing, they are dealing with other things, or this may have left you in a position where there wasn't the proper closure. And so there's this energy between this connection between you and Nelson, where there's a sense of like not really understanding what may have happened or being a little bit confused in your mind. But intuitively, you know exactly that the answer is that there may be some trouble in paradise, or that maybe this person really is seeing someone else, and maybe they're just not interested in pursuing, perhaps to go either way. Inner conflict says here, inner conflict makes decision making difficult. Okay. Because there are two energies here. There's the intuition saying, listen, give it up, walk in another direction. This is not worth your time. But then your mind is like, no, no, try again. See, get more information, get more clarity. What's going on? Da, 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 da. That's the energy that I'm getting here. Okay. Check in. Exactly what I, and that just dropped out of the deck. Someone is checking in. It's like this reading is you checking in on a connection that you already know has not been moving, or there's been some type of breakup, separation, or divorce, or maybe this is a no contact. It could be that as well. But this check in, it's like, I want to catch up, make sure you're doing well, see where you stand. You see, it's someone being very, very inquisitive about this energy. And again, the intuition is giving you the sign, symbol, synchronicities, but you may not be very open to, like, maybe that's not the answer you want to get. And so maybe you're like, okay, let me see what else is coming through. And this reading is saying this is giving validation confirmation to what you already intuitively have been thinking, feeling, or experiencing. Okay. Okay, let's take a look here at inner conflict. gossip. Okay. You may be discussing, or you may have been getting or asking for advice with your friends, family, or loved ones. There's this sense here about talking about the situation with other people and getting everybody else's take on the situation. And this reading is saying, you may do that. That's fine. Maybe that's something that you've been doing, but your intuition has been very clear about you knowing and feeling that perhaps this connection or areas of this connection, like there's something that's like off kilter here. There's something here that's like, it's either dead, done, and over with, or someone just has completely withdrawn their energy. Okay. And just as a reminder here, Anastasia, remember that these messages are for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So let's see what else is coming through here in regards to you and Nelson, the connection between you and Nelson. Girl with the snake. There may be a third party situation going on here, whether it's on Nelson's end or whether it's on your end. But there's someone here who may be in a connection with someone else, or their interest has moved in another direction. Okay. Girl with the snakes is also about the energy here of what was I gonna say? The energy here of deception, like someone hiding something or not sharing their emotions about something or their thoughts about something, being something um, to themselves about something here. Okay, so let's see. Hunger. Okay, so hunger is coming out here in regards to this deck over here. And in this deck, hunger is about the wolf moon. It's about what energy do you want to continue to give? Do you want to give to the energy that is positive, or do you want to give to the energy that's a pessimist? Do you want to think about where you can lead and you can open new doors and new chapters in your life? Or do you want to stay stuck in an energy that may not be the best for you at this moment in time? Okay. Especially if someone isn't checking in with you, especially if someone has blocked you or someone has moved in a different direction, especially when it's talking about perhaps and potentially here being with someone else. Okay. Let's take a look at what else is coming through here. And then we have one last and final deck, and then we're going to close the reading. As the 10 minutes are up, but I just want to make sure here, because it doesn't matter which deck I'm pulling from, it's giving that same energy that I was feeling here at the top of the reading when I was doing the charms. All right. All right, let's see what else is coming through for you. What's the tea between Anastasia and Nelson? And there you go. No. Okay, it says no, not able to proceed, closed to negotiations. Okay, validation, confirmation on what I was feeling from the top of the reading all the way through. So we have the charms, that's 1. We have another deck, that's 2. Jealousy and inner conflict, that deck 3. Check-in and gossip 4. And hunger 5. And this 6. So all 6 decks have given the same energy here. Okay. So again, there's something here that may not be proceeding. There may be something here that Like I said at the top of the reading, someone is very closed off to the energy of renewal as eternal renewal came through, and the person is in the this is the reversed, this is the reverse energy here of this card. Okay, so validation, confirmation on what I was picking up from the top of the reading. Let's take a look at the last and final deck here for you. I hope these messages have been insightful, and I hope that they've given you the clarity that you need. Okay. All right. Let me do one more here. Oop. Oh, I can't open this. Ah. You have here breaking mental chains. Old belief system can keep you stuck. Be willing to challenge and rewrite them. And this is deck number 7. Okay, saying the same thing here as wolf, where I just said a little while ago, which wolf do you want to feed? Do you want to feed the optimistic next chapter, let's move forward? Or do you want to keep feeding energy to something that is showing up here as a person who's not open to that energy? Okay, so again, it says breaking mental chains. Old belief systems can keep you stuck. Be willing to rewrite them. Okay. Last but not least, thank you so much, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Here we go. Cross it over. Okay. So it seems that this is saying, again, the wolf that you should be feeding is the one that's going to lead you to success, the one that's going to lead into a new chapter for you. Okay. It says, cross it over. Often you feel less motivation halfway and begin doubting yourself. Break this inner cycle, like finishing a marathon. Take the final steps and cross the self-imposed finish line. Feel the victory within. Anastasia, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, continue to subscribe to the channel. And remember, next time when you want to do a super chat reading, it must be during the super chat lives, not when I'm doing the free mini readings, okay? The free mini readings are only the super chats, and the super stickers are only to get more time in that specific chat that I am doing at that specific moment in time. All right. Take care. Have a good one and see you soon.